Greetings. All right, thank you for joining us for tonight's communication. I'm out in the wilderness somewhere. I'm battling traffic I'm out in Orlando again. Instead of taking me 2 hours to get here, it took me 3. And I've been battling traffic, and I don't like rain anymore. I had to drive in rain. That's why it took so long. I had to drive in rain. I don't want to see rain ever again. So I like rain, but it's not going well with that at the moment. It's okay. Driving in it is not fun, but anyway, it's okay. All right, essentially, I want to go in anyway. Others have had worse situations, that's for sure. Definitely. All right, yeah, secret mission. Not to be revealed at the moment. I don't really know what it is actually, but you will be the first to know once I figure out what it is. So this is a scheduled travel, and the other 2 days, other last 2 weekends were not. So everything was last minute. So as for this is the Memorial Day weekend, and I will be out, but I will be doing sessions here and there on my outing. So I'll be catching up on questions tomorrow. I would have today, but weathering permitted did not allow that to occur. So tomorrow will be a catch-up day and Sunday, which is fine. I am working on a very quiet weekend, trying for it at least. So today's subject matter is, I'm not sure yet. Sort of just kind of went about this all blind. But those that are new to all of this, SimonTower.com, got private sessions. You can see the scheduler right here. And this is any of these will work. This is the phone number I usually call in. It's a Skype number actually, and we recorded. And also have the shop, and this is the 5-day situation. I'll be getting back. I'm at a 5-day mark. Well, maybe a little bit further away on some people. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be catch up. I also have Spirit Social. You can submit questions and other attributes here. Same thing. And other healers and channelers here, much recommend. So, as for today's subject matter, I think it has a title. Oh yeah. Before we go into that, I did have I did a video about manifesting and connected to the universe. It was on Wednesday. It was live streamed, and then the video disappeared. What I'm using for live streaming, I tried something new. I had a feeling something was going to happen, and sure enough. So apparently, and it's funny, I talked to the people there, the restream, to make sure I didn't have any problems, and I did. And they're like, oh, I don't know. So I guess they don't know what they're doing either. So Monday, we'll test it. I'm not going to test it this weekend. I can, but I don't feel like it. But just leave it for Monday. I'll run a test. And I believe make sure that doesn't happen again. So luckily it was on Facebook. So this I'm uploading now. I'm going to upload to Facebook and Twitter also. Internet here might take forever. It's 20 till 12. So it might take a while. All right. As for today's message connections, I might just bring somebody in for a short message. Seeing how I've been connected to the rain recently. Let's see, do I have anything? Not at the moment. All I can think of is rain and headlights of cars at the moment. I can tell you one thing: Anunnaki have been coming through like crazy recently. So I'll probably just bring that in. Anyway. I'll bring let's see, Anunnaki. Yeah, higher vibration. Zetas. Oh yeah, that's right. That's Asani. Or I call them the Asani, which Bashar, it's Shakani, or whatever they call themselves. I could bring Neiman in to give you a different perspective. He did go through that a little bit today. I did a little bit of channeling before this. To go, yeah, I'll leave that with that. Yeah, as a separate video, I'll be uploaded in the future. I did see Bashar's video. I forgot what it was called. Contact something. I can't remember what it was called. Be right with you. Just Bashar, was it documentary? I don't think it's tuning in. First Contact with James Woods. Yeah, it was pretty decent. Yeah, it was pretty good showing them. They even showed parts of them making the movie also, at least some of it, and more details into the aliens. So it was pretty good. Yeah, it definitely went into more of Bashar's species, where it came from, like an alternative Earth. And I forget how it's a different type of gray. And Neiman, the I channel that is connected to the Asasani, is more from a different Zeta race that was more connected to the Asasani, the solar system, where Bashar's race is connected to, or the planet. I believe the planet's called Asasani, but I think even the solar system is called Asasani in some regard. It doesn't matter really. And that's where Neiman is really more of I can give you more detail. Oh, I got some of it. Protecting it, like a protector. And what these races like Shikani connect with us. But yeah, was that other thing? I didn't remember some of it. That part of Neiman's connection is that they can activate us instantly. They gotta be careful of that because they've done it before and it doesn't go well. And they can go. I mean, even the aliens now can help us open ourselves up. And to go into more detail of that, at least my version of it, at least what I'm getting, let's put it that way, is that when we go into more of an Atlantean connection, or our original selves, when we're mature enough to handle it, we can do things at fourth dimension that a lot of other beings can't do. Manifest faster. That was the other thing. We can connect to other species' energies a little bit differently. I mean, we're more. It was like we see through their eyes. That was another thing that came through. We can connect to their vibration in a way that other species can't. It's almost like we can connect to other species and find their secrets. Maybe not that in depth, but pretty close to it. And not to say that's the direction we want to go in, but we can tap into stuff that other species are unable to. It takes a while, or you have to be at a higher vibration. We can do quite a bit at fourth dimension. We can do a lot more at fifth dimension, but fourth dimension, of course, that's when you're taking your energies and misusing them. But I believe, we're going to go through all different stages, obviously. But the other message I got is we're going to more of we're like individually being activated to be more alien. They're seeing what happens to us, what we accept, what we want to, what we're allowing to happen for us to become more alien aware. Not exactly alien, but I use that term, but more aware of our own abilities, basically, to be activating instead of giving yourself away to movies and sports. There's nothing wrong with those things, But to your average human, that's all there is, right? Work and play. But how about connecting to the universe and expanding and, going to Agartha, going to other realities, growing, growing your ability to be able to telepathically connect, obviously, but to teleport is what I'm looking for. Teleport without a ship to different worlds, or open up portal energies when you go to different worlds. That is a lot more exciting than watching Netflix. I mean, not to say there's anything wrong with that. I know it caused the zombie apocalypse and all that, but well, sometimes you gotta say it. But I'm trying not to use those terms. But it is, we're going to gradually start to open up the mind, and it takes time. Now, after that video I did, I'll give you more detail. I forgot about this. When I did the one on Wednesday, I uploaded today, or no, it's going to be tomorrow, but yesterday or whatever, about manifesting, about connecting to the universe. The next day, I got attacked by reptilians. Of course, I wasn't aware of it at the time. Just feel really depressed, feel like not worthy and all of that. I mean, that's all of them. And feel like feel like garbage, basically. And that's them. And it took me a while to release that because it was really heavy. It was them. I asked the angels to assist to release it. I mean, it's like what I got hit with is what put people into suicide. They hit me pretty heavy with it. They hit me pretty hard. And I mean, I'm not the only one that's got hit with that, for sure. And some people do go in that direction. It's an attack. And it's an attack. It's like they go into your dark side and see how far they can take it. And then you feel, of course, I don't feel like I'm not worthy, but when you're connecting to a higher energy, you connect to this world. It's like you don't feel you don't belong here. And I definitely don't belong, and many others don't. And one more details of that. Like at work, we had a coworker show up that hasn't been there in ages. He isn't worth it anymore. And I stopped talking to him because he wasn't fun to be around after work. It was like his idea of being friendly was not very friendly. And it's like he's your typical, he has a checklist, has a girlfriend, I guess his wife now, likes Spork, likes Jack Daniels. I mean, it's just all the checklists. And it's like, I'm not part of any of that. Most of the time I'm alone and I'm doing this stuff I actually can't tell anybody about, not at work at least. It's very frustrating. I guess I can lie, but I just don't even bother. So it's frustrating. So, and I can't tell them that because they're so immature as it is. It's just not worth it. They say, stop doing that, and I'll get the same, and look at their lovely reality. Drinking Jack and thinking you know everything and all of that, just gross. So, never got along with that, never will. And that's why it's so frustrating being here. You just can't be a part of our lovely modern day society. At least I can't. I can't imagine I'm alone on that. Yeah, the checklist of life is not that exciting. When you really look at it. I mean, it is in some degree, but a lot of it's not. It's the same old, same old. It's just a movie of the week's coming out. It's like, there's got to be more to life than all of this. And there is. And that's what all of this is about. It's about tapping into the higher consciousness. Now, that's the other thing. Of course, they're not usually queer, the aliens. Probably because they can't. It's like when we feel like we're ready, maybe we're not ready. They're not really. It's like, hey, let's bring it in, right? Let's make it happen. And nothing happens. Well, what it has to do with, I believe, with other timelines here. Is this a lot of it's just waiting for the right time, like disclosure. I believe also disclosure has a lot to do with us opening up internally. I believe that's us becoming not alien, but becoming more of ourselves, or open up your brain, so you can connect more with it. You know what I mean? Stuff, your telekinesis powers. um, that's what I think we're going. I think that's where we're going. That's what the aliens are helping us with. That is disclosure. As for when, how, all that occurs is a whole another story. But that's I mean, there is a disclosure of some kind. I've been going through a lot of stuff. I haven't dreamed as much anymore. A lot of people was like, man, I was really connected. Now I'm connected to nothing. Well, I feel the same way. But I don't feel like I'm not connected to anything. It's just a lot that's being held back or whatever it might be. Or maybe it's just for the best. But yeah, after that whole disclosure, that week when I started talking about this, I was having, of course, I don't remember everything now, but I was remembering my dreams. I don't remember anything now. I know I'm dreaming, but I see nothing. So I was like, I'm having conversations, all this is going on. I remember zip. So anyway. All right. It's getting late here. So I don't know I'm going to title this as, but I want to bring somebody in also because my batteries are wearing down. Give us a little bit of an insight of, like I said, Anunnaki's been coming through like crazy cats. Not publicly, but well, yes, but that would be released soon. But not a lot of it. But I might go more into Anunnaki connections. Yeah, because they have a lot to say. So might as well. I mean, they're the heaviest energy around me. Obviously, the Nordics, but the Anunnaki. I think they want to clear some stuff up. Also, they have some stuff. Yeah, because the last Anunnaki connection I did, that's when I got attacked the next day. At least I'm more prepared for it this time. Because you just never know. Okay. Try to keep this down. Here, all systems go, as far as I know. Yeah. Okay. All right. Positive energies, of course. Anunnaki I connect to. When I first started the channel, I connected to Anunnaki instantly. So I am part of their species. They're Nordic, Zeta, and Anunnaki, and everybody, Palladium, goes on and on and on. So the Anunnaki are, they're kind of troublemakers. Oh yeah, one more thing. This came up. The Nazca lines. Now, there's been other channelings, not by me. I don't think so. But the Nazca lines you can look up online. I don't think that's Anunnaki. I think the Anunnaki likes to take credit for it. I don't think it's Anunnaki. I would call them more the Nazca aliens. I like that. I heard that on Project Camelot. I didn't hear the conversation about it, but I heard that terminology. And that feels a lot right. Because the Nazca lines, it feels like whoever brought that, part of it was a warning. I know it doesn't look like a warning, but I think some of it was. Of what's to come is like, I don't know. It's like beings that saw what was happening to our world at that time. Just wanted to let other aliens know what was going on. Just in case you didn't get that memo. You see these, you see these lines, you see the images. It's like, oh, that's what's happening here. Something like that. Take it with a grain of salt, but that's what I got from it. Something along those lines. And I might not always hear a being say that, but that's what I got. Oh yeah, I want to put this out there also. It's another reason why I'm a chatterbox half the time. Because I'm not alone here. Others have also, some people I've even been told I'm waiting up to where I'm getting at, have an astral have channeled through aliens to other aliens. And I believe I have been that. I don't know if I mentioned this. I've been a being that's been channeled by other alien beings. That's another reason why I kind of put the aliens to the side. And this is what Ivan has to say. And this is why sometimes I used to interrupt them in the beginning, but not like help them out. I don't know, whatever. Add my contribution to it. But so I'm also connected to my higher self, so I'm bringing in data through that. So I don't think there's any harm in that, but that was in the beginning anyway. So, kind of like a Bashar, like, I'm not like that, but somewhat, no, I'm not interested in that, but, similar to that as for attention. Well, that's another thing. While we're at it, because I think about this stuff, I forget to bring it up. I don't think I brought this up. 1 second. I'm just yakking away. Oh, 1 moment. One moment. Didn't spell it right, but that's okay. Imagine people have heard this. It's the Oracle of Delphi. It's basically an oracle that tells this is during ancient Greece. Basically, it's a female. I think there were several females there that would give messages, would channel, and give prophecy of what was to come. And I was part of this. I was one of the females that was involved with this during that time. I felt it. This is one of my past life regressions. I've never mentioned it here because I forgot, but here we are. I talk about the future and what's to come. Another reason why I got into channeling is when I wanted to know what the future holds, whatever. And now I have more confidence in what the future holds. Of course, it's not always going to be that clear. This is why I bring up the future about financial situations, like war. Of course, no one's ever 100%. Like with North Korea, did not see that coming. But I'm glad. Either way, I'm so glad it's the way it is. But when I saw several women involved with this, not just one. So, according to Greek history, it was just one. I imagine there are others somewhere written in history. But basically, many would go to them for advice. And, it wasn't easy times, and this isn't easy times either. Excuse me. It's funny how that happened. Attack. Yeah, attack. Blessings. Angels come in. Commence. So I wanted to bring that up for a while. I completely forgot. So I've done this before. This is not a first time deal. Of course, my method's a little bit different. It's not always going to be loved by everyone. But definitely, while we're at it, I don't think the economy, once again, is going to crash. It's going to go up and down. It's very corrupt, yes, but it's being helped by unknown forces. Of course, no one's ever 100%, but for the most part, I believe. Yeah, North Korea is just a lot of negativity going on. It's games, war games. It's like, what's going on in North Korea? It's going on as like the days of our lives, basically. It's a soap opera now. So it's like a bunch of kids. I mean, hopefully, I don't think he's going to use any of his nukes. I don't think he has the capability of using any of his nukes. I don't think so. At first, it felt like a real threat, but now. Yemen is once again. Now, Yemen is like they put a cloth over it. They don't want anyone to see it. I'm surprised they don't even take it out of the maps and just erase it altogether. Because they don't want you to know what they're doing. They're experimenting. But the humans there, they're doing just not friendly things. It is definitely a place that has lost, not to say it's lost God, but it's lost its. Africa is going through that too. Was it Dolfer? I forget what it's called. But what's happening with Yemen is, it's almost as if they're trying to erase it from existence. Because they don't want people to know what they're doing. And it's like they removed God and just bring this darkness, as you can see. So, excuse me. It's funny how that happened right when I brought that up, but they'll fine. Thank you, whoever is here. All right, so yes, fighting the dark forces is not easy, of course. We will win. It's just not something that isn't easy. Just keep going forward, basically. All right, we'll bring in Anunnaki, I believe, because I have something to say again. And I did another video. I'll upload that in the future. That's kind of part of the secret. What I'm up to. So I'll reveal it eventually. So, all right. Enough of all that. Blessings. Yeah, we'll keep this one short. It's a short message anyway. Oh, yeah. That's right. There was a message that was given to me earlier. Okay, maybe it won't be Anunnaki. It'd be somebody and then Anunnaki. They just showed up again. So, okay. All right. Blessings. And here we go. Most likely this will be pretty short, but it's okay. Greetings to you. I am. Blessings to you of the Arcturian race. Much love to your society. Yes, you are all lovely. Do not forget that. Yes, put a rose in your hair. And you can also turn into that rose also if you wish. Yes, and disappear and just be a rose for the rest of your life. The reason we are telling you this is of an energy that you are capable of in due time. Your astrals, yes, is very much within your fiction. Even your fiction has been kind of paused, so you cannot see your astrals anymore. Your fiction is a projection of your consciousness, and some of that has been paused for good reason in some cases, because yes, a grand awakening is upon you. But the reason I am here is to give you details of your past, to tell you that there was a time of your past that your earth was, in many ways, was going to be closed down, stopped, because of the darkness of, yes, Anunnaki intervention, as basically hit a time of darkness that we felt there's no other, this world has no other way of continuing. That was during the time of your Black Plague, as that was a time of great darkness and your human species lost all hope for itself. Of course, during that time, many alien interventions came in to bring assistance to this, to clear out and to help rebuild. Much of that did come from the Nordic beings, your Ashtar command, and other sources of vibrations, high vibrations. So, but yes, during that time, there was a tipping point of basically allowing those beings that wish to leave, and to not necessarily end the earth, but to put in a place of let it to come to an end eventually, when it ended its cycle. Kind of like turn it into a moon, you can say. Yes, your earth can be done that. We can do whatever we want with your planet. But of course, with your consciousness, it was not agreeing with that. But there was a possibility that basically humanity lost all hope. When humanity loses all hope, or the species on that planet, they're giving up reins to other species to come in and move things around for the better, but also as to cancel out that world's existence. There have been many times of this in your past also. The reason we are bringing this up to give you an understanding of why your earth is still here. You have not gave up on yourselves. Even with, yes, even alien beings have given up on humanity, but humanity has not given up on itself. As it continues on with love, a love that does, yes, that is the one thing that came from actually much of your Lyrans and your Pleiadians, and yes, other species, of course, without naming all of them. That love factor, basically, of reproducing, is what kept your species alive. It's basically the energies of two beings coming together and uniting. And understand why there's so many beings on your world. As some of us say, it's difficult for it to sustain life because there's so many beings. Well, understand the reason for those populations kept your world alive. Yes, it was always difficult, but the energy of love kept your world going. So having a high population, that it can be sustained, but there are energies that don't want to sustain it. But basically, that love bug energy is what keeps your planets procreating. Yes, there might be too many people here. It's like too many insects on a planet, basically, because it does reproduce like bunnies, even like insects also. You can take that to other places, of course. But the love factor within your society is like, yes, all hope has been lost, but you found somebody that you can love. And that love energy was sent every, even if it was of lust, whatever it might have been, is still part of the reproduction of bringing more being humans into your world. And just, yes, the love energy, and there's different versions of it. Much of it was of lust, but also the passionate ones don't, they last. It depends. Some do last a long time, some do not. But during that time, the duration of one's life wasn't very long as it is. But the reason we are bringing this up is basically that the love factor of basically two people coming together, whatever it is your sexual preference, that love energy continues and keeps your world alive, basically. There's more to it than that. But when it comes down, when your world hits rock bottom, love finds a way. And we are assisting that, but you make the decisions though. You make the decision of the love. We do help it along the ways of two people finding themselves, but it's still up to you to make the decision if you want this or not. And many did, as you can see. So you can say many aliens are matchmakers. To give you more detail of that, matchmaker aliens are one. The Pleiadians are much involved. Different species are involved with that. To give you more understanding of that, we're keeping this short, but times of darkness, love finds a way. And once again, there's more to it than that, but that energy is strongest at this time. Blessings to you, my child. Greetings to you. I am Asimov, Anunnaki of the High Councils. Greetings to you. We are, yes, broadcasting from your moon at this time. Yes, we are also very connected to your inner Earth as for continuous existence on your planet. Yes, we do connect to your governments within your inner Earth also. We do bring some of them there, against their will, of course. That is too bad, because we want to talk to them. When your lawmakers make a mistake, I make a decision, we do bring them to us. They don't always remember, though. You might still see them in your reality, but that's not them. We replace them. for a moment. We can do that, and you can too, if you try. It's basically we keep a version of your, and this is in your public domain government, not your shadow government, your public government system. We bring them to have a conversation with them, and we send them back to you. There's no chance you don't see anything. We can also cut through time. But in a lot of ways, we wanted to talk to them for a while. And sometimes we don't always place them back in the right time. So that's why you feel like you have lost time. So instead, we kind of make a double of you. It's only for a short moment. We are allowed to do so. You don't give us permission, but we do it anyway. We have ways of making that work. Let's put it that way. As for your government, oh yes, your North Korea, yes, is completely corrupt and done by, yes, Anunnaki species. Most of your men in black are clearing out the way for basically North Korea eventually will be demolished and taken over. I believe some of you are aware of that. And that's why another reason why your Kim Jong-il kind of did not like what he was hearing. As for basically will no longer be a leader out there either, from what I can tell at this moment. So the reason why I am here is to just say more Anunnaki will be connected to your species. Yes, we are part of the secret space programs. We have to keep it together in some shape or form. Humans can't do it. And yes, we've been involved with our planet in a sense, not exactly from its very beginnings, but it's close enough. We do interfere with timelines all the time, basically to make ourselves look like we're leaders on their world. And actually, we're just interfering. Your George Washington is very connected to our species, but it never was an Anunnaki being. But he does listen to us and also gives us good ideas and also follows our demands. But it also does what he wants. It's basically, Anunnaki is very much involved with your U.S. government being created. It's not all of the cabal also. There is a positive light there. As for basically, it's breaking away from the old into the new. As you can see, it is the new. United States, yes, there is a negative cabal there, but there's also a positive. The positive was there first. The negative came in later to corrupt everything, as it does so well at. Realize also they are losing their power on your planet. They don't like to show it, but yes, financially they're becoming more paranoid. They're losing control of themselves. As for how much that's going to be fully involved in seeing, they can control the weather. When they're having a bad day, they do make it rain in certain parts of the world. They don't do it in the desert. In some cases, they try to, but still most likely fail. Yes, most of your elite of the negative are like children. They've had everything they want their whole lives. Now, these are ones of upper elite and they're uncontrollable sociopaths. What can you do about that? Some of them are being exposed, as your Harvey Weinstein is also part of that cabal energy, as basically, I can do whatever I want, as you can see. He basically did not make friends with the right people. He rejected money from others and basically making films he did not want to be a part of. Basically, more satanic, you can say. He would not want to be involved with that, so now look where he's at. Basically, mind programming. There is not so much mind programming in his operations, in his creations, not so much. As they wanted to take him over like they do with modern day Hollywood. As modern day Hollywood is programmed, and why not make that with your Weinstein? He chose not to, so now look where he's at. That's how it works. You can check your own books. You can check your local spirit guides and see what you think about this. But there is an awakening coming, yes. For basically alien and human, that you are, yes, the alien that has not realized you are alien. That's what this is all about. Is you reconnecting to the universe. How do you know that you're not members? You don't think you're members of anything, just of Earth. You are members of other councils, you just have not been fully initiated in, because you're not acting as if you care, for that matter. The more you care, the more it will happen. the more you're taking this understanding of yourself, your abilities. You don't have to necessarily connect to all your abilities because you're in a third dimension vibration, so it's not the easiest, as you're aware. But allow this more of this galactic energy to come through, that you're connected to the galactic energies that is right for you. And allow that to come through. Watch yourself change. It takes time for these beings to come through because everyone, the alien world is waiting for enough of you to come together consciously. You don't have to go and get in a car and go see each other. Consciously is what we're watching. If the consciousness is at a certain level, then you will see us. But that does not mean you will not have it between now and the end of your lifetime. You are building it. You are making things happen. You want a contact, make it happen. As for physical connection, give it time, though. Because you will get messages on your own. Why haven't the aliens showed up? Well, because we're waiting for you to get your acts together. Wait for you to drive better. Think more clearly. Connect to your spirit guides. Allow yourself to be infinite. As many beings are not infinite as you'd like to be. There's limitations all around the consciousness of every human. Many of you are pushing those doors down. Now you go free. Now, when you think free, you feel very different here. You feel like you don't belong here. You do, but you don't. You do, but you're setting your energies out for others to connect with you. You're bringing each other back together. You're bringing those that are similar to you. It just takes long, as you can see. Those that see the world as you do, as open and free. Opinions, whatever you want them to be. Everyone has a right of an opinion. There's really no wrong. Maybe to you there's a wrong, but that's because it doesn't work for you. It does not mean it's wrong. Everyone has their own version of looking at things. Allow that to happen. Because the more you block that out, you block, oh, that person's wrong. For them, it's right. Let them experience that. For you, if you don't feel that, that makes sense. That's fine. But if somebody thinks they're a certain person from another incarnation, say what you feel, but they have to experience that. If they feel like they're this other person, that other person in them still has a lot of healing to go through. So we will leave you be. We have other messages in the future, but we'll keep this short. Remember who you are. Your galactic self, your human vibrational, your higher human self. What is it today that you can activate? Ask your guides, ask the universe. What ability is there for me to turn on right now? The removal of fear will most likely be the number one of that. That is a power, trust me. Blessings to you in your travels. Anunnaki is always here for you. Blessings. All right, take care.